Live.
Hey y'all. Forgive me. Okay, I'm gonna just forgive me. We'll just start there. Happy Thursday, of course, B Day. Happy. We're gonna step out on a limb and just claim happy election week. Um, Stay strong, y'all. Okay, we in this. We are in this thing together. So welcome and welcome back to another episode of Be Exposed. No, that's not what this is. The B Mix on BeExposedRadio.com. What I say? Forgive me. Okay, we all a little whatever, y'all. Y'all know y'all's president just got on their line about stuff. So I'm not about to let it. Okay, so I'm shifting that off me. I'm brushing that up off me, y'all. Again, welcome and welcome back to another week and another episode of the B Mix here on BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for tuning in, listening, coming right on back, or coming for the first time. Okay, so if it is your first time, welcome here, right here on the B Mix. Listen, it's for everybody. So don't even feel like you have to feel out to see if it's for you or something. We talk about just about everything. Yeah, the just about is only because we haven't gotten there yet. Okay, like that's all. But it's all raw material here, all authentic here. Just, I mean, it's for the unheard, the unseen. Okay, the forgotten, whether it be the forgotten part of you or just for the person that just doesn't seem to belong anywhere. The me. So welcome, and again, welcome back to my regulars. How y'all doing? Okay, what's going on? Let's check in. Talk to me for real today because we got to, do we not? Don't I always talk about the fact that we have to talk? Like we have to talk, y'all. And if it's not now, I don't know when. Like, what's going on? How y'all really feeling? How y'all really doing? Don't lie to me. Okay. Tell me what's going on. Talk to mama. Talk to mama. I know. We here, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. I promise. Y'all know I know. I stay positive, right? That's one because I'm at peace, but truthfully, it's just that. I don't have to explain that, do it? You don't even explain that. When there's a piece about you, amen. I woke up on Tuesday of this week. Yeah, election day. It should have been. Moving on. And I guess I thought or was prepared for me to be anxious or worried, concerned, and I just have not been, and I'm still not. Here we are, what, basically 3 days later. Just not. I'm not saying it to boast. I'm not saying it, and I hope it doesn't come off as something so impossible, right? Like an impossible feeling to have or an impossible place to be. Because when you're at peace, you're just that, like for real. Like my peace has been so important to me for so long. I'm talking so long. Amen. And so it truly, and I still feel this way. Like I know all day, if my thoughts tried to wander or if I heard different things or when I actually went and voted on that day. I know I talked to y'all about the mail-in, like applying for your mail-in ballot. Um, and I did not. I don't know. It just happened, but I knew I was fit to vote. Okay. So if you did not vote, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can go ahead and log on off. I'll give you a second. Okay. Okay. I'm only talking to my voters. Okay. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I'm not getting all into, oh my goodness, because I still see some of y'all. Well, how are we, hoodwinked into voting and this and ah, the itch on the back of my neck is what y'all give me. Like it, pew, yuckies. If you didn't vote, don't talk to me. Yes, I said it. And I feel that way. I feel it wholeheartedly. Okay. Not taking it back. So to all my voters, definitely got out and did that on Tuesday, right? Boom. Got me and baby girl out. I took a nap, I think. Yes, took a good nap. Got out, went and walked. I think my site, well, that I chose to go for it. It was probably more close. There was. It's a little closer. It doesn't matter. Moving on. So to get there, just one way was a little under 2 miles. What we did, we took us a nice little bike. Yes, we did. It was a little chilly. Bundle baby girl up just good, so we didn't look crazy because it wasn't freezing. Okay. And then it was about like, yeah, it was 1.1, 1.8 mile there. And then, same distance back. It was cool. It was quick. I was trying to push for people to stop, like even during early voting. Because I guess, I mean, I'm not the one to knock the way people try to, get people to do the right thing. So I don't do that. We get into that. If people are doing like a challenge that won't hurt us, then y'all want to be like, oh my God, I wish I would stop. Given, side note, a lot of y'all funny looking in country in these 5 look challenges. I digress. I'm sorry. I should have said it. I'm really not sorry about it though, because y'all just because you have on a different whatever. Different ways don't mean different. They're supposed to mean it, but if you got on the same country, whatever. Y'all keep doing your challenges. I love it, and I'm here for it. I just whatever. But see how even though this is my feeling, I'm not about to hop on social media and deter y'all from just enjoying something that's so innocent. And if it makes you happy, then do it. Right? We have to stop doing that. It's not. I'm never saying you can't feel the way you feel, because I can't preach that one way and push for you to feel okay with how you feel. And then on the other end, be like, oh, don't tell people not to do that. Like, I'm always truly pushing for the don't tell people not to do something when it's something that doesn't hurt anybody. If you're not using it, especially if you're not using the same energy to push people into doing something that's going to move us as a people forward. Come on. So if you were not using the same voice and the same energy and the same efforts to, talk people out of, these different little challenges and whatever's on social media, if you weren't using that same energy to get people and people around you and even yourself or your family or whomever, the person you're sleeping with, that's not worth it, to get them to get out and vote. Sis, if you came back home to the same bummy nigga on the street, on your couch that didn't vote, you're the problem. I don't care. I don't care what the D is doing. I don't care. Bruh. Okay? Because y'all not out either. Bruh, if you came home to the same bummy chick, okay, that was only using you for whatever you may have to offer, whatever, even if it is just D, find your worth, King. Find your worth. Know your worth. Find it. Know it to be true. Okay? Anybody else and how that intertwinkles? Look, intertwinkles, okay? Coined that phrase. Intertwinkles. You're welcome. Love to make up a good word. It intertwinkles, however that goes for you, bro. If you're coming home to the same bummy nigga, sis, if you're coming home to the same bummy chick, however that's going, or coming home to the same questionable trench, whatever. I don't care. If you came home to somebody that did not vote, you're the problem. Again, I said it, and I don't care. An enabler. Moving on, because I'm yelling. So, went to vote. I was not upset, but I didn't want us to push for, and I know it's this, recent past, but past nonetheless. I didn't want us to push for, the line was so short. I was only in there in and out 10, 15 minutes. That's fine to share, but that got to be a little overwhelming, and that took away from the point. I just needed us to get out and vote. Okay. Moving on to what we're dealing with currently. It just is what it is. Hence why I'm at peace. It's either going to be, and yes, I'm saying it, it's either going to be, what's up, niggas, I'm back. Okay. Or it's going to be, all right, fine, whatever. I'm going to grab my little stuff and I'm up out of here. Here, Biden. That's okay. He's not going to do it happily. So yes, it's a little hold up. You can never convince me that he doesn't. Anything that is going wrong now because of who he is and how he is, y'all's president. That's what I'm talking about. I kind of blame all of it on like anything that goes wrong. Child, I could trip over something or accidentally rip something around here, and I'll be like, I know how the old saints, the mothers and the elders and the deacons of the church used to blame everything on the devil. Everything. Like nothing was like God is allowing this to happen, something like that. And so yeah, that's me with Trump. I don't care. So I'm just at peace. And I really want to, I'm sending those vibrations out to everybody. Like, okay. Because I want you to breathe, baby. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because it's just gonna be. There are some things, as in the world that we live in, society, especially in the country that we live in, that we know that there's a lot that's just out of our hands, out of our control. And so your only duty and responsibility is to, and the obligation is to do what you have control over, and do that to the best of your ability. That's it. That's it. So again, as I'm going to talk to my voters, you got out here and voted, you mailed it in, or you dropped off your ballot into the ballot box. You went out and voted, physically. You did your part. Breathe. Even if y'all got to know, ain't no way I want it to go the wrong way. But even if it does go that way, because we're still waiting, we're still waiting. They're gonna drag it out. The mere fact that they said so the very first person that ever said, that projected for it to be Friday of election week. So knowing like it's gonna drag out to Friday. That's what just made me automatically prepare. Like, okay, yes, we should have heard something Tuesday. Not surprised that we didn't. Not happy about it, but I, although I'm not happy about it, I'm also, catch this, I am also not bent out of shape about it either. I refuse to be. I refuse to be. Do you know why? Because there is still so much work for us to do, regardless of the outcome. I hope that you're not sitting there biting your nail tips, right? Okay, whether they use or not, whatever. Manicured or not, okay, tips or not, acrylic gel or not, whatever, the powder, whatever. I hope you're not, on edge, just waiting and being complacent. Like, again, y'all, I'm only always sharing things with you that I'm doing or the way I think, hoping that it, ignites something in you that says like, oh, okay, well, somebody else goes on. Somebody in the same boat, that look like me, talk like me, little ghetto, whatever, probably like a good work session here and there, whatever. And still praises the Lord, okay, knows for sure, okay, my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, okay, or whomever you believe in, okay, can still like keep a peace about her. That's all. That's the only reason I share things, right? Because again, my platform is that we have to talk. We are not talking. We have not been talking. I can't even say we have to get back to talking. Beside, I don't know, maybe back in slavery when we were telling stories, or way back when we were still, in the motherland and, telling, again, like the fables and stories and things. Like maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I can confidently say get us back to talking. I just want to get us to talking. Again, right here in Baltimore, it's too common to just walk by somebody. Done it, I do it. Not happy about it at all, but it's definitely been done. So with that being said, like I have not allowed myself to stay still. I've still been working on different projects. Still been moving forward with just things. And even when I felt myself like not so motivated. So again, being very transparent, right? As that's just the way we are here. Being so transparent that a lot of, like a lot of moments throughout these days, especially this week, a lot of days that I've just felt very, unmotivated. It just was what it was. Guess what I did? I went to prayer about it. Like, Lord, listen, now, I need to be doing something. You know what I need to be doing. Get me there and make it feel easy for me to just get it done. Right. So I feel good. Like there's this one particular project where I'm like, oh man, I have just a few more sections to kind of, squeak, pull out, wring out, stretch out, elaborate on, expound upon. Okay, we're looking good. And then right after that, I know there's another project right after. Like the work does not stop. The marathon continues. Shout out to Nick. The marathon continues, regardless of who goes into the office. And the reason why I need you not to be complacent now, okay? So I need you to get up right now. Whatever it is that you've been working on and figuring out and thinking about, sitting on, right? Last week we touched on this, but whatever it is, and this week, because everybody kind of just put a lot of things down, it was just like, election day. Okay, it's here now. Okay. Okay, it's here. Keep working though. You have to be an octopus in these days. Work all those hands, work all those arms, baby. Keep them moving. You have to stay moving. You have to. Simply because if y'all's president bangs a U-turn, what you finna do? What you finna do? For real. I'm not talking out of it, and I'm not saying whatever you might have in mind isn't possible. That's not what I'm saying. I hope whatever it is, I believe is feasible, right? If it's good, if it's better for you, your family, all that, your finances, your ministry, your business, yada, yada, yada. I absolutely pray that it's feasible. But again, what are you fitting to do? Do you have a plan? Are you thinking about it? Make a 90-day plan. We finna roll right into 21. 2021 is on the horizon. Forget all, not forget, but forget all the holidays coming up. Halloween to pass. Cool. Y'all did y'all dress up? Okay, it was cute. I still went out trunking and treating and Corona. Okay, whatever. But what you finna do? Thanksgiving coming up. How y'all doing that? Y'all thought about it yet? Okay, cool. That's gonna come and go. That's a day. Black Friday is online and it's stretched out and all that. If y'all really, really celebrate that too. Okay. Christmas is coming up right after that. What you finna do about that? You should really already be prepared. Whatever that is. It's all in the house, good time, the family time, all of that. Cool. Okay. What's after that? The new year. Hopefully y'all not going out and partying real nasty. Ugh. It's nasty because it's Rona. I got likes to bumping around and stuff, and y'all get to drinking and and Corona. Ooh, Lord. But okay. So again, after that, then it's 2021 for real. Then we've been talking about it like, ooh, I can't wait. What is the point of trying to press and praying? Oh, I need 21 to come on. 2020 gotta end. It's been the worst. Stop that. You still have some time to turn 2020 around. You do. So I was about to say, I don't care what you think about that, but that's rude. That sounds mean. But for real, you have time because there's work for us to do. Again, because if y'all's president bangs a you, or catch this, there's still work for you and me and us to do, even when Biden takes the Oval Office. When Biden assumes the office of the presidency of the United States of America, ruler of the free world, with a Black woman by his side as his vice president. Madam Vice President is a Black gal, okay? She colored. Appreciate that, okay? Y'all take me out. What you finna do? The plan, really? Y'all want to be real? Those two different scenarios, the plan should really be the same. You've got to have the same momentum. How your methodology might differ, how you go about it. Maybe certain, like as you plan out certain things, maybe your preparation time for this one particular thing for your family or whatever, or for yourself or your business ministry, whatever the case may be. There might be different segments where the timing, it changes a little or something, but that plan should be solid. So starting today, make your 90-day plan. And I'll give y'all some time. It can be a 90-day plan starting the beginning of December. So within a month, 3 weeks, because we come up on the end of the first week. Okay. Really in 2 weeks, because y'all not about to do nothing after you eat that turkey. Dry turkey. Hopefully it's fried and it's juicy, but whatever. Moving on. Or if y'all know how to make your turkey, you cook it upside down. And so the juices run to the breast meat. You're welcome. Anyway, make your 90-day plan, a 90-day plan. And then as you're planning those 90 days out, because that brings you to the best month of the year, March. You're welcome. Shout out to the fact that
no, God, no,
God,
please, no.
I already was about to say something. But shout out to the fact that Sunday is producer Moni's birthday, and it's Scorpio season. You can have that. However, the best month of the year is March. I'm so sorry. But it's your 90-day plan, right? So it's gonna bring you into, or right at the beginning of March. Yeah, I had to think about it. December, January, February. Right. It's going to end and then March, right? So then for your next 90-day plan, as you make that first 90-day plan for 2021, if you can't wait so bad for 21, are you prepared for it? This what we said we've been waiting on all 2020 because of Rona and this and that and just all this stuff going. Okay, we've been waiting for election time. Did you do the necessary preparation for this time? We've been waiting for this point. Now, it doesn't seem that way. Some of us still did not. There are some of your cousins, some of your kinfolk, some of your raggedy people that's taking up your couch or that's sleeping next to you, sleeping under you, that did not vote. Ew. I legit, I legit would be disgusted at the idea of sleeping with somebody that did not vote. Disgusted. Like, would not be wet. Oh, okay, sorry. Would not come. Like, I just wouldn't. Ugh, you didn't vote. Ew. Get it away from me. I don't, ew. Yeah. I digress. Excuse me. I went on my own personal tangent. Y'all forgive me today. But I'm legit disgusted about the idea. I'm a visual learner, so in my mind, I'm really like, even in the best whatever that I could think of, I'm still like, because I'm that person, I would definitely ask a random question in the middle of it. Did you vote? Are y'all bold enough to do that? Hell, that could be a part of your plan. I don't know, to be bold like that, to ask somebody, listen, because now, y'all barely wanted to have the conversation about, are you registered to vote December 3rd? What is your plan? Like, we should have been having those conversations leading up to now, right? Okay, it's done, it's done. What's not done is not done, right? Thanks a lot. Come on, Georgia. Sorry. I'm yelling. I'm yelling. But now, right? So as we're planning out this 90-day plan, are we writing in the idea of being so bold as to ask people who they voted for? Now I want to know who you voted for. Y'all want to G check everybody out here. I guess P check. I don't know. Is that cool? Does that sound corny? All right, whatever. It might. It's fine. But check people out here. Just ask, and it doesn't have to. Let me not say check because y'all likes to feel like y'all really got to roll up on people real nasty. It doesn't have to be. It really can be in like nice civil conversation, regular conversation. Next time you're on the phone with somebody, girl, what? Da, 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 da. Bro, what? That's crazy. She did what? Yo, who you vote for, yo? Slide it up in there. Like, easy. Catch them by surprise if you need to. So that way you can know going into 21 who you need to roll with. First of all, you only need to surround yourself with people that voted. And I'm going to go a step further because could you remain friends with anyone, with someone that voted for Trump? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to wait. My brother used to say, I'll wait. Could you be friends? Could you truly call someone your friend? And a lot of y'all said y'all was, scanning through your friends through 2020, scanning through your friends through, Rome. Okay, you was counting off and checking off and tallying who checked on you, who sent a canned good, who slid you some food stamps, whatever, who at least thought about giving you $1 out of their, stimulus check. Could you be friends with somebody? And I'm not talking about any other type of relationships. I am just asking about friendship because that's what that is. If y'all really check the trends, right, that's been going on or happening around us during this time, during this season. Quarantine season. Y'all been talking about friendships a lot. So have I. Already told y'all what the deal was about friendships. Cool. I'm going to answer you this. No, I could not. I'm absolutely okay with stop talking to somebody that one, did not vote, and two, absolutely, or if you did vote and voted for Trump. We have nothing to talk about. No. We can talk. We have nothing. We don't care about the same things. We don't share even similar priorities because they don't have to be the same. Our priority lists don't have to be parallel. They should be similar. Just a bit, a few things on the list. So then as we are developing these 90-day plans, these should be the type of conversations that we're having. The issue is, I don't know if y'all saw, but in pushing for the show tonight, right? So like my promo was, I'd love to. It's funny because I always happen just to find like something to repost, a little meme, a little something. little quote or something like that to promote the show, and it just happens like that. So last week I know I was talking about like co-parenting, right? And us working together with like a lot of what's going on. Like on our way out of 2020, we're gonna start talking about what we leaving in 2020. We got to be prepared for 21. I'm just not even playing. Okay. Okay. So promoting the show today, it said this, and I need you to hear these words out loud, not just to read it for yourself, but to hear them, right? Dear Black man and Black woman, we are teammates, not opponents. Y'all need that again? I got you. Don't worry about it. I get it. Somebody a little hard of hearing. Ain't that what y'all love to say? Hard of hearing. Translate that. Dear Black woman, dear Black man, we are not opponents. We are teammates. Teammates. Mates on the same team, not in opposition, not against each other. Okay? Okay? Like, I know we talk a lot about, I know we do a lot of fighting and talking about, like, even, there's Black on Black crime and all that. So even in our own communities, we talk about it. Outside of our community, it's talked about so much. I get that. I think that maybe that's an overshot, and we need to bring it down. We need to start at the basics and just remind each other. Next time you see somebody out in your leisure, as you're going out, maybe stocking up on toilet paper and stuff, it's about that time again, y'all. It really has been. My apologies for not. I think I said it last week, but I don't know. If I didn't, my apologies. Okay. Go on, get on out and get the stocking up. You can do it quietly. You ain't got to make a whole lot of noise. Okay. I'm not saying be secretive, right? But you ain't got to post it. Like, you spread it to your family, tell them, just get your stuff, stock up on some things, make sure that your household is in order. Because that's the whole point, is to make sure that your household is in order. You worry about yourself, and everybody's just worried about themselves, not being selfish, but just worried about self, concerned with self. World would be a better place, right? So in your leisure, as you're out, you're going out to stock up, your pantries, getting your canned goods, you're getting your handheld can opener, you're getting batteries for your flashlights. I'm about to say, because y'all are disgusting. I know what y'all thought. I said batteries for your flashlights. Nasty. But if you get extra, don't worry about it. It's okay. No judgment. I promise. There's no judgment. As you're doing all of that, the next time you walk past a Black man or a Black woman, as a Black man, as a Black woman, I can't even just say, just smile at them. Say hello. That's it. The quick little, how you doing? How y'all write that out? How you doing? Ugh. It's how. At the least, the shortened is how you doing, because it takes out the R. How are you doing? Y'all do not want me to get to teaching English out here, but just say something. Speak. Y'all not really good at smizing. I'm even not. You can tell when my cheeks go up a little bit, like my mask, but whatever. In a mask. So masks are, and I've said this before because I was going to say should, but I've said this before. Masks should be forcing us to speak. We have to push beyond the veil. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that spoke to me. Push beyond the veil. So we are all veiled. We're all covered, right? So it's not even, a veil, usually you kind of see through it. It's closed. Cool. Push through that. Communication. There's another barrier that has been, another layer that's been, put on our already not so good, like our weak spot. Our weak spot is communication and unity. Unity is in communication, but y'all don't want that breakdown. But, so it's been another layer added to that. We have to push through it even more. When you are faced with adversity, when you're faced with a challenge, you push through it. You don't stop. So again, back to, y'all's president, all this mess that's going on right now. He's still outlined. All right. Cool. He outlined. And I am not saying by any means that I don't care. God knows I do. God knows. Okay. I literally don't have the time to allow it to ruffle my feathers. Do things get to me sometimes? Sure. It's usually like during the weeks leading up to my period though. Like that's when it's like, oh, I'm agitated. But girl, I digress. Like it gotta take something else, gotta take a hormonal imbalance for me to be like, oh, something got to me. Like I come and share things with y'all, but see this, like this is me getting things that I'm communicating, I'm talking, I am expressing myself. I write, right? So I'm getting things out so I don't keep it in. I talked about this before, y'all. What y'all need? Y'all need reminders? It's okay, I can do that. We can work on that. We can do that. Now that I'm thinking about it, we can do that. Figure out something, some way, some cute little way to remind you to do just that, right? Because I don't like get on here and feel like I'm yelling and fussing. I just want us to get it. That's all. I just want us to get it. We have to. We as a people. So I was saying I, but we as a people, you and I, do not have the time, nor do we have the mental capacity, nor do we have the heartstrings, nor do we have room within our spirits and our souls and our lives, our families, our homes, our finances, our ministries, our businesses, our schooling, our futures. We don't have the time to dwell on what we don't have control over. We don't have the time to dwell on what, what isn't doing us any good. I don't have time for that. So because I don't have time for it, catch this, because we take it as, oh, I don't have time for it, so I pull out of it altogether. So I don't have time for it. I went to speak to someone, they had a nasty attitude, and now I'm ready to fuss and all because I didn't pull, I guess my feelings, my niceness out now, and now it's just, I'm ready to rumble, right? No, that's not how that goes. Y'all know how many times I've spoken and people just don't speak back? And I literally don't, I'm not moved by it. What I can recall is that it's been times where like if I've spoken and been like, oh, hey, have a good day or hello or something. And I'd be like, or not. Like that's about to the extent of me being like, okay, girl. Okay. But for what? Because that's me taking that energy back. That's me receiving their energy, not doing that. That's what, if you don't have time for it, it means that you block yourself from doing it and you continue to be the good, right? So if the bad is coming out, the negative is coming from this other person, these other people, this thing, this your job, I don't know, whatever your it is, right? Don't bring it in. Do not allow it to come in. Protect and guard yourself so much that you just refuse to accept someone else's negativity. Just refuse. Listen, okay? Come on. Thank you, Sharice. Sharice says, as you should, let it out some kind of way. That's it. That's what you have to do. Write it out. Y'all, listen, let me tell you something. If you ain't got it in the car, here we go. This is real good for election week. Sorry, y'all. I thought my nose rings. Whatever. Side note, I'm really surprised I haven't dug up my nose. I'm a boogie plucker. I don't know what that's about. I just am, but I definitely keeps my hands clean. So please don't play with me. Don't ever think that's okay. But because me doing this, I know y'all probably thought I was finna dig up there, but I thought whatever. Just know if it happens, it's gonna happen. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all really lucky I ain't pooed it on here yet. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's like how I'm sitting.
Oh my God.
So anyway, but yeah, so but if in this week, if you have not, and I mean, I'm trying to figure out an alternative for anybody that does not have a car, right? Because I want this is like a universal message, but baby, find time to get in your car, even if you don't drive off. If that thing is ran down, okay, if that hoop de ville just won't get up and push, get in that car and scream. Okay? Like I'm talking about to the very top of your lungs. Get that thing out. There is immediate relief. I promise you. Do you need a couple screams about it there? Keep the windows up though, because people will judge you. I ain't gonna lie to you now. Now, if you're driving though, you get you on the little highway or get you going a good little speed, not speed. Now, don't come back trying to send and mail your tickets into the BMX. we don't accept those here. Okay. But get you going a nice amount of speed or whatever on the street. Okay. And get that scream up out. Now, don't close your eyes if you're driving. I just make sure I breaks everything down for y'all because I don't want y'all don't send nothing over this way. Okay, don't get no accident. And thank you for send me no bill. It's not happening. But get you a good scream out. Seriously, let it out some kind of way. I love that. I love that Cherie said that. Thank you for that. Scream it out. Like I said, write it out. Okay, talk it out. Me getting this out, and mind you, y'all talk back to me, right? So the comments, y'all call in, you text, sure, thank you. That's fine. That's what I want you to do. You share out, the show every week. You like it, y'all love it, whatever the case may be. Y'all might laugh at it. I'm sure somebody didn't judge me. Was talking about, digging my nose and Putin, whatever. But it's no one physically right now talking back to me, right? If that makes sense. And that's still okay. I still feel some type of relief, an amazing amount of relief, actually, not even some, an amazing amount of relief that comes from just getting my stuff out and feeling like that I'm sharing like my stuff, hoping that it helps somebody. That's relief for me. So get that out. Baby, if you listen, if you ain't started talking to yourself by now, honey, let mama tell you. Come here. I know. I know what they told you. I know they said it was crazy. Okay. We all said it at some point in time. Oh my God, you talk to yourself. All of that. Okay. Go on, get to talking to yourself. Now, I don't know. Some people, it helps to talk in the mirror. Okay. If not, you just turn your little head. You might be sitting there working on your computer. Some people working from home. You turn your head and you just, drift off a little bit, look at the wall, and just get to having that conversation that you've been wanting to have with somebody. Get it out. Get that thing out. Just saying. Okay. So it's helpful. It's helpful. You have to release because you have to, when we encounter and interact with each other, that we're coming with so much of our stuff. We're coming like the math problems or whatever, especially with the SAT or whatever. Like, the train A is coming at such and such speed and train B. Like this is how we're all interacting with each other. And how many interactions do you have on a day, even in Corona, right? So somebody, a bill collector didn't call, or, oh Lord, what's these people that just, they love my phone number. What's the warranty folk? Getting on somebody's nerves. Okay. So if I'm answering with my stuff, I'm already getting on there. Hello. It's okay. I get on there all pleasant. Hello. Already knowing I'm finna tell you no, but I'm gonna let you get it out. Hi, this is oh, okay. No, thank you. Okay, but no, thank you. What? Okay. Because I refuse to be all riled up over somebody that really don't care about my riled upness anyway. So all they're gonna do is keep calling the numbers that they got. Because they just doing their job. I don't care. Even if their job is to be some secret spy, whatever the conspiracies are. I don't even take that in. Like I don't believe it. But even if it was, is my point, right? I'm not about to get all riled up because that's me riling myself up. And then we'll swear, that, they riled me up. Baby, come here again. Come here. Ain't nobody got control of you. Yeah, I said it just like that. All double negative. Ain't nobody. Scratch that. No one has control over you. No one but you. And if you're smart, if you're real good and smart, then not only you, but God has control over you. Submit yourself to God for him to control you. That helps. All he's going to do is empower you to maintain control of yourself with the free will to choose right from wrong, good and bad, good and evil, right? He doesn't want you to submit yourself so he can be like, play like y'all like that. Y'all, whatever. Y'all don't even. whatever. But he doesn't, he doesn't have his hands up our backsides. Like, we're not puppeteers. If anything, he really like the realest nigga I know, because he wants you to come to him. Like, he wants you to turn yourself to him and be like, Lord, you just do everything here. Take on my life. Go on, do what you want to do with it, because you created it anyway. And he's gonna be like, okay, boom, here you go. Sprinkle a little that up on you. Give you a little power, give you a little authority. Okay, yeah, shorty, I see you. Okay, shining like a black queen, black king that you are. And go ahead and have control of your own self. And then just make sure in that control that you decide, right, and make the choice to choose me as your Lord and Savior. That's it. Simple, real good and easy. Not that hard. It's not that hard, y'all. It's not hard, right? Because that then too empowers us to see others in a different light, to see others in a different way. Because again, I say, Black man, Black woman, I am not your enemy. I'm not your opponent. I'm your teammate. I love you. Whether if you love yourself or not, whether if you love me or not, I'm here for you. That's why I'm going to do good for me. See how that is? That doesn't allow room for selfishness. That just says, I care about you so much and care about our stuff that I'm going to do me. I'm going to do good for me. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to make sure I'm together. I'm going to go make sure I registered to vote. I went out. Oh, Lord. I went out and voted for the right person. I want y'all to go ahead these conversations and come back to me and tell me how these conversations went, please. But because I care about us, so us includes me, includes you. But I think we're doing too much of operating in selfishness, but it's like empty selfishness. Like, I could see if it was solid and valued, like valid and well, I guess value, right? Like, just, I'm putting value in being so like, it's not. We don't realize that it's not, but it's not. I can just tell you that. Choosing to be all about self, I can guarantee you the most selfish person out here, you're not doing it in the name of something so good, because selfishness isn't good. It's okay to find that balance. So for my people that, love with their whole heart, hey, y'all, it's me too. You too have to find the balance, because you loving with your whole heart and enabling is doing a disservice. I'm speaking to myself out loud. Told y'all the show for me, y'all. I just invite you in and just, y'all come on in and enjoy while I'm talking to myself. But maybe that should be my intro from that one. Come on in while I talk to myself. That's just what it is. It's the work that we have to do, because again, it's either y'all's president fitting the bag of you, or it's Biden stepping on through there. What's up? Okay? It's either one or the other. What doesn't change is that there's work for us to do. We see that. There's been so much exposed in 2020 alone, especially in these past 4 years, but for as long as we all remember. When they were, when Obama couldn't do anything right, according to them. Exposure. Things were exposed that, even our own government, it's people that are running. It's people, so humans. We're putting our trust in humans. No, not doing that. My trust is not in the human. My trust is in the Lord. I'll tell you that right now. I voted for Biden and God. Amen. I wrote him right up on in there. Yes, I did. Jesus the Christ. Okay. I'm sorry. I play too much. But like, we're forgetting that again, that it's humans that we're electing and putting into these offices. And so they are allowed to make mistakes, and they will. They should, because it's their nature. It's our nature to make mistakes, even as elected officials. What's not okay, right, is when we talk about like caliber and then what the offenses are and things like that. But it's to remind yourself that, you know what? Okay, person made a mistake. Got it. Guess what I'm finna do? It's the same scenario of when the negativity is coming, I'm protecting myself, and I'm gonna keep putting out positive, because that's the only way I can make sure that I can defend myself from that negative. Like, I'm stopping it at the door. So if I put someone into an elected someone into an office, and it's not, even once they get in there, it's not to say, oh, you did, who did, all that finger pointing. I don't care. I'm the person, it is what it is. We got to that's the only way to begin the process of getting to a resolve. It is what it is, whatever it turns out to be. I do want Georgia to stop playing with me. I do want Pennsylvania to stop playing with me, but it really is what it is. Meaning that there's work for us to do. Start with working on yourself. When you don't know, here's your B tip of the week. When you don't know what to do, when you can't for the life of you, I'm rhyming, y'all. I'm dropping bars on y'all tonight. Somebody sign me. But seriously, when you don't know what to do, when you don't know what it is that's within you, when you don't know what purpose God placed within you, start doing something. Not just something, not anything. Start doing something that you feel as though God would want you to do. That's it. Just start. Just when you look, all right, now we're getting ready for 21. Benia said, do a little 90-day plan. I don't know what that's about. I ain't never done one of those. I don't get it. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing in life for real. I got a couple kids. I guess I'm supposed to take care of them, but I don't really like them half the time. Whatever your scenario is, or if it's, I've had things planned out for so much, for so long, and I've had things in line and some things have fallen apart, or I'm not happy where I am now that I've made it to what, I call my top is. Wherever you are on the Richter scale, take a breath. Okay. And then start doing whatever it is that comes to mind that you think you should be doing, that you think you were called and made to do. That's it. It is just that easy. Sorry. Because I said we interchange those words a lot. Not easy, simple. Everything in life is not going to be easy. Or I think, what was the old phrase though? Nothing in life is easier, or something like that. Okay, fine. But there are simple solutions to our problems, and to our issues, to our challenges, right? Our trials, our tests, our storms. Simple solutions. Choose self. Not only self, because then that's selfishness, but choose self first. Don't be selfish, but be of self first. Simple. And then you start walking on that path. Walking down that path. So it's just like, it's just like when they're running track. Boom, boom, boom. Right? I'm running a relay. Boom, boom. Okay, here's something coming. Here come my breakthrough is coming. Guess what you have to do? You got to start moving. You can't stand. I used to never, I don't know what it was, trying to watch it, right? I would look at it and be like, I guess, because I was thinking about how clumsy I am, child. Ooh, Lord. So I'd be like, we would have to practice that every day, like every single day, all day, about me not dropping a baton as you're beginning to move, and that deliverance, that move, that wave, okay, that new harvest is coming because you've been doing what you're supposed to do. So you didn't practice, you didn't prepare, you all greased up. I love how they be old down. I don't know what that's about. It just always looks good. I don't know. Anyway, the professionals I don't know, in high school, it was just like, wow, y'all just, so it's a special like track oil or something y'all put on, that WD-40, DW, what's it called? Moving on. I don't know what they grease down in, but it's cool. I don't know. I always wanted something because I'd be ashy. Y'all, I'm so ashy these days. Moving on. I don't know what that's about. I'm just buttering my skin down, and then I just stop. I digress. But either way, they have to move, right? They have to keep moving. I never understood that, as I thought, you have to stay still, but that's what you have to do. You have to be moving in order for the baton to be passed to you. So again, you've prepared for it. You've practiced, you've rehearsed, you've ran through the steps, you've timed yourself, you've eaten well, you've, stretched, right? So the things and like that we leave out, I didn't practice and I didn't, worked out and train, but did you stretch? My massage therapist would absolutely love that I'm talking about this right now because he literally texts me every day to remind me to stretch. And I'm always very excited to tell him the few days that I do. So I am not talking and speaking from a glass house. But so we miss out on that because I actually learned. So my trainer, my physical trainer, he actually told me that, and I'm paraphrasing. I hope I get this right, but something along the lines of like it does a disservice to your progress of when you're training and so you're working out and all that if you're not stretching. The thing that a lot of us just kind of look past. And let me tell y'all something that I learned. Now this might not be a big deal to y'all, but I used to think when everybody was talking real good about stretching and whatnot, like, oh, stretch every day. I thought it was that good in the morning. It's not. Yo, it's not. You know how mad I was when I found that out? Because I just knew that I was doing something right in life. And then when you find out that you're not, moving on. But yeah, you can't look past the things that we count as small. Okay? That'll reach because even the small things are being worked out, right? So God's ordering our steps. So sometimes we got to take baby steps, right? So those baby steps, we can't count them small. They might be baby steps just because they're beginning steps, but they're also the foundational steps. You had to, crawl before you walk. You can't bypass the part that you had to crawl first. So you can't look at somebody else that's just crawling now that you're running. Let them get to that place as long as they're moving, because that's the point. Because again, we're teammates, not opponents. Again, there's work to be done no matter who's in office. There's work for us to do on self first. About that, remember? Selfish, self first. In order for us to be of some service, to serve some value to someone else. Last week, like I said, I was talking about co-parenting, and I shared with y'all. I know I dragged this story out, y'all, but y'all just gotta forgive me. I just had to get it all out for you because it was on me. I had to get that up off me. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Boosie just came to mind. Get up off me. Okay, sorry. It's a little bit of rage shit, but I'm not sorry about it. I love Boosie. I don't know what that's about. Boosie music. I used to always bump that in my car, whatever. When I work with students, they would always be surprised, like, Miss Nene, oh my God, she loves Boosie. You got ratchet in you. It's crazy. Moving on. Code switching, ladies and gentlemen. It's essential. But it's I shared with you all about that story and all that, and just not even the tip of the iceberg of dealing with that child, that boy that I shared child with. But I also remember, I forgot to mention last week, but I think it's actually more relevant this week, that I remember outside of a whole bunch of stuff that like we dealt with and all that, and having to go to court and this and that and custody and yada yada yada. That finally, right after it was like, I don't know, almost a year, I think, of him not seeing her and da 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 da. So this was like one of his first, if not his very first visit. And so he'd come to the house and he was in there. I think she went down for a nap and he was still going to stay, or something. It was something like that. I just remember him saying, like, he was talking, we were getting to a place of like actually being able to have a civil conversation. And so we're talking and he's like expressing himself and saying some things. Don't take that for what it is. It wasn't much, but it was something. But the child had the nerve to say, he said, yeah, this is me paraphrasing again, but it's some verbatim is in there somewhere. He says, yeah, well, I knew you had experience or that you were good at this. Is in like raising a child. This is my very first child. My very first child is from my very first pregnancy. Like I've never, bore a child at all. So whatever. But I mean, I had a hand in helping to raise some of my nieces and nephews at some point, and I'm naturally good with children. So I guess this is what he's referring to. I never got that answer. But he said, like, well, yeah, I knew you were good at this, so I just left you to do it. What you saying? My nigga, what? Okay. That part, I know I'm not making up. Like, if anything else was paraphrased, that part, those words actually came out of his mouth. I was like, okay. And I just remember my response being like, well, I'm learning to be a mother on the job. Like, So I wanted us to learn how to be first time parents. Well, him kind of anyway, together, like at the same time, same child. I want to be able to ask you and bounce things off of you and all that, right? I don't want it to be where we're enemies, because throughout my entire pregnancy for 9.5 months, I was very clear that I was having a baby by my arch nemesis. Not an easy fit. Like, not, I had a beautiful pregnancy, right? Besides, some things, but overall, beautiful pregnancy, right? I looked great, felt great. Baby was always healthy, like just amazing, right? Again, a few things here and there, but whatever. But I guess that was the mental and the spiritual piece of it that wasn't so good, like, because you left me to do it even during pregnancy, and then even now that she's here, it's like, okay, because you felt as though I was equipped to do so. So I needed to be a raggedy, I guess, baby mama in order for you to feel the need. That's working as an enemy. That's working as an opponent, not even an enemy, as an opponent. Because as an opponent, I want to leave you to scramble and figure out and deal on your side and on your end of your stuff. So that way, you can't defeat me. That's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking for the both of us to win through this, our common ground, right? So again, Black woman, Black man, tell each other that you're teammates, that you're not opponents, that you're not enemies, right? I think we all very clear who our enemy is. Plot twist, like, we're not each other's enemies. I've said this to people on this earth before, like, I'm not your enemy. I refuse to be. I don't have the energy. I don't understand why people take the time to be mean and nasty. Like, it just takes way too much effort. Have I, done something, probably said something that somebody perceived as being mean? Sure. Okay. I'm sorry. I clearly had to be an immature time in my life, like, or a moment. Got it. Let's talk about it though. Bring it to me, because that's the thing. I'm usually never aware of it, but that's my stuff for another day. But it's for lack of better understanding. Is it pride and arrogance that's keeping us from providing the best that we possibly can for our children? Right? So this is not just for parents, but just as people, as humans, as adults, as human adults, adult humans, however they go. Is it arrogance and pride? Man, Black man, are you so arrogant that you're unaware that your wisdom, I touched on this a little bit last week, but that, as wise as you may be now, that your wisdom truthfully is only solidified once it is connected with the wisdom of that woman, right? And I'm going to get into like, a marital relationship or this, just connect with, like, if you are a man and if you only seek wise counsel from men, because of course, they get it, I guess, got it. You're still not counted wise. I got that. There's a wisdom, I guess a part of wisdom or a type or a level or whatever that I think wisdom is split down the middle. There's manly wisdom, it's womanly wisdom, right? And so Black woman, are you so prideful and arrogant to operate as if that man can't offer you sound advice and even in your area of expertise? So hands down, we know that the Black woman is it now the most, but if not one of, or the most educated group in America, right? And yes, I still can learn something from a man, and that's okay with me. I don't feel any less of a strong Black, empowered woman. I don't feel any less of that. So Black man, I don't want you to feel any less of a man that, you honestly need wisdom from a woman. And it could be mother. I ain't gonna get to talk about your mamas. I just hope I just hope it's from the mamas that actually have wisdom. That'd be the problem. Like you got to get yourself so together, so in line that you understand that where you're seeking counsel from, where you are receiving knowledge from, where you're receiving education from, if it's just from people, right? That it's actually wise counsel, and that it's nothing less than that. Yeah, I'm trying to talk about your mamas, but for real, some of y'all got some terrible mamas. Like these mamas are doing a disservice out here. But okay, learn from that. That's your experience. It's not supposed to be, but then oh, here we go. That just came to me. Thank you, Lord. So for a man, right? For a man, if you had a bad experience, growing up with your mother, right? And say if, in your dating world, if you're dating women and you tell yourself like, I guess either subconsciously, yeah, mostly it will be subconscious, that you now learned and conditioned to have less of a respect for a woman's, point of view. That's the work of the enemy. That's the best way I can put that. That's that spirit of being like, good, cool, got another one. Like, oh, thank you. Now I'm trying. Now, thank you. Thank you, Shani. But seriously, like it's just don't embody and embrace the spirit of the enemy that's coming to deter us from what's going to work for us. As God is always, working everything out for our good, but he also sometimes allows certain things, right? So if we choose, not to learn from something, nothing happened to you, nothing that you experienced was in vain, was for nothing, was for naught. Like nothing, everything serves a purpose, everything. Once we get that and live in that and walk in that, we'll be off to a better start. That's a start. Nothing is for nothing. Everything serves a purpose. So again, if that was your experience, then it left it, left the window, left it open for you to choose to succumb to being susceptible to, a spirit coming to say that, to be in that ear of like, man, get money, all that. Like, no, it's not what we're doing. No, put the middle fingers down off the pictures. I hate it. I just felt stupid putting them up now. That's why it's literally like it's a joke when I do it with my little sister. It's a joke to even use them. Ugh, I hate it. Listen, take these middle finger pictures down. I just got to take this. Come on, amen to the glory. Okay, amen to God, be the glory. That's it. Because take these middle finger pictures down. Take them down. They look stupid. You look stupid. I was trying not to take them down. They're dumb. I'm gonna use one example, and I'm gonna get away from it. As people pass, I absolutely hate that sometimes it seems like those are the only pictures people can screenshot and use for your rest in peace pictures. Take them down. Represent yourself well now. Don't wait until the afterlife to hope that somebody then gone to, 52 million weeks ago on your IG to find that one decent picture. Represent yourself well now, because that's a part of the work that you're doing for self that then is, doing the work for us as a people, as a kingdom. All of that for the universe. However you need to put it, it's all in the same pot. It's all in the good pot. That's all we need to be. It's in the good pot and stirring it up. We haven't even started to simmer, Jesus. Ooh. Like, yo, that water been on for so long. What really happened is that I think what it is, we put the pot on, okay? and we forgot to cut the pot on. So that pot, we said, oh yeah, water's on. Yeah, it should be boiling no time. Yeah, we gonna eat. We finna eat. We ain't ate yet, y'all, as a people. That pot just been on the stove, sitting. We finally got we started seeing a lot of things, televised. We cut the pot on. We have not begun to simmer yet. We ain't even begin, and the damn sure ain't begin to start boiling. Okay? Ain't no bubbles up in that pot yet. We got to turn the heat up. Or we need to turn the heat up. It's just, okay? Represent yourself well now. That was my tangent. I had to touch on that because those middle finger pictures, they pissed me. And they pissed me bad. But again, back to our point that, man, don't be so arrogant to feel like you can't even receive wisdom from the mother of your child or your children. You can. She can. She could be the worst. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I've seen it before it was my scenario, before it was my situation, before it was my life. But there's still something to learn from people. All people. I know. I try to say from generalizations unless I really mean them. There is something to learn from all people. The bummiest person that you could possibly think of, there's something to learn from them. Mind you that just like we talk about what we're saying, and then the things that even what we're not saying is saying something to someone. So then you're that someone receiving that. So from the bummiest person that you could think of that you're like, ain't no way I can learn something from him or from her. Guess what? There is. Maybe not necessarily what they're saying, what they think they're telling you or teaching you or whatever the case may be. And I'm saying bummy as in that could be in character or in appearance, whatever, right? It varies. But there's something you are to get from everyone, absolutely everyone that you cross paths with. That's why, was it 2 weeks ago? We talked about not sexualizing everyone that you cross paths with. Even if it's in the name of, I'm looking to, live the right life. And God said we're to marry and this and that. Like, yeah. Please don't crack me up. Not girl, you better shut up and keep on talking. Listen, representation is key. Thank you. That's it. Like key, like for real. And so people, you can learn something from everyone, and you're supposed to. You're supposed to. Hence why, again, you can't sexualize everyone that you cross paths with, because that might not be the purpose that they were supposed to serve in your life. Some of us are sitting and waiting on the harvest to either come back around, because God won't, even if we feel like we miss God, He won't bring it back around to you. It's just going to be on His time. Oh, God, I'm learning that. Baby, I know for sure. God definitely told me who my husband is. Way before I even, not way before, but it was before I even conceived Sydney. I think I told you this before. If not, surprise. And I didn't recognize God's voice. I did not. And because of that, a result of that was that then I questioned, like, as a second thought, like, you wouldn't be interested in me. No, there's no. And then even though I received confirmation, like right after getting that word, and what's craziest about it is that I was the person like, God, just tell me, just put it on a sign, put it on a billboard while I'm driving. Just tell me, so that way I'll know, and then I'll leave you alone. And look what I did. He told me. Told me, nice, good, clear as day. And here I am years later, like, yeah, okay. So Lord, my bad. So now I'm like rushing, like, all right, we're talking that. So I hope, no, I can't rush him, because technically I made him wait. So if I have to wait, then I just have to wait. So I'm not worried about it right now. It is what it is. God's word will never return unto him void. So I just gotta wait, and it's okay. That means that it's something within me and even within him that's not ready for us to come together as a union yet. Not a problem. Hurry up and take your time, Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my work now. Hence, we all have work to do now, no matter what your it is. So it may not be marriage, that's the thing that you're really waiting on to come. It might be a financial breakthrough. It might be, I don't know, it might be to finally figure out what your purpose is, right? So again, I already gave you that B tip of the week. Start to do what you think God would have you to do. Start running on that track so that way God can bring and pass you the baton of ministry, the baton of, I don't know, of whatever your it might be, right? Your it, I don't know. Don't get stuck on your it only being a value of a materialistic. That's what I'm looking for. Don't get stuck on that. Like, oh, I'm waiting for this new car, wait for this new house. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. But that ain't your it. That ain't your it, baby. Your it is bigger than that. Your it is deeper than that. You are bigger than that. Your soul, your presence is deeper than that. Do the work. Doing the work means to decide. Remember, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, that there's a blessing in deciding right then and there, not to, either to let something go or, just it's a blessing in deciding to let something go, not to hold on to something any longer. So don't hold on to the thought of the if you're a male. So if your issue is, with women or with other men, right? So it could be same sex, opposite sex, whatever the case may be, questionable, whatever, right? If your issue is with whomever, and then, we, as by nature, we then package it for that whole species. There we go. What's the word? I'm like at a loss for words now. Help me. Like, we'll say like, because men, and I remember I always go ahead and be like, I refuse. I've had, y'all, trust me, I am writing my story, okay? I have had plenty of issues where I could just really write men off, but I refuse. There's a blessing in me choosing not to write every man off, because I still know, have that hope. I'm finna get married. It's a man finna be up in my life, okay? Finna be a great father to Sydney, an amazing man, a husband to me, a life partner, right? Ministry partner, head of the household. Like, it's finna happen. So I be damned. In the meantime, I'm gonna write all people that, are like him off the face of the earth. I'm not doing that. That's dumb. That's stupid. Stop it. So same thing for men. Okay, a girl broke your heart. Got it. Get over it. I mean it with all my heart, though. I don't mean it to be mean and nasty. You've got to get over. You've got to let it go. And I know it doesn't happen overnight, but you have to choose. It's putting forth that effort, that conscientious decision to say, I am going to let this go. And when you in your talks with yourself, say out loud, call it out what you're letting go of. I had mommy issues. I am letting this go. I had daddy issues. I am letting this go. I had grandparent issues, whatever. I had, issues in dating. I am letting this go. I can't seem to find a job that makes me happy, and I want a career path. I am letting that go. I don't know. I always seem to only move into places that got roaches. I don't know. I am letting this go. Like, whatever your thing is, y'all, decide today to let it go. Whereas all of our lives are hanging on somebody's tree. I'm not dangling. I'll be damned. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Something gonna come out of this. Something real good coming out of this season right here. I claimed that. I told you on the very beginning, I had my little week. I don't even say first month, because it was like on and off, like for the other weeks. But that very first week, I'm all like, what, girl? If you don't get, okay, let it go. Let it go so that way you can gain more. So yes, sis, that includes your baby daddy, the father of your child or your children, whatever you call them. I really pray it's not baby daddy. I hate baby mama, baby daddy. Ugh. Oh, Lord. Let that go, y'all. Decide to let that go. I don't even care if you hate them, if you loathe their presence, their existence. Choose to refer to them as who they are. The co-parent, the other parent, I'll even take sperm donor over anything else. Like, if you really have no contact with them, I don't know. Listen, the roach, whatever the thing is, you got to just decide to let it go. That's all I'm saying, right? I ain't even judging. I just definitely don't want to come over. I just, no judgment. Shani. But y'all, let that go. Baby mama, baby daddy, whoever they are, however they are. Choose light over them, even if they are completely non-existent. Choose that, because you're not making the choice. It's not about them, right? Just like forgiveness, it's not about the person you're forgiving, it's about you. So the same thing, when you choose to put light over, and it does not mean, okay, hear me good. I'm not saying you need to start now telling your child, daddy love you, pumpkin, daddy love. I can't tell you that because I don't know that. It is breaking my heart in these days that it is very clear that I can tell my daughter is going through something about not having her father. So I wish my husband would come on. Like, moving on, working through it, praying through it, right? But you can put lights there, like put lights, choose lights in those dark places of your life. The other parent is really, 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 really shitty. Still choose light there. As in, it could just be, if they're non-existent, then that's the light of it. That maybe it wouldn't add any value if they were in their life. I don't know that, or that's just a part of your child's story. But choose not to be so negative about it, because it's not finna change anything. Pray, Paul. Shani. Cracking me up today. Like, that's it. That's it. A lot of us have the intellect. I said this last week. A lot of us have the intellect that comes from man, right? Or I'm sorry, the wisdom. I already said it. The wisdom that comes from man. So that's intellect, right? But we lack the wisdom that comes from God. That wisdom is through union, man and woman, right? So that's what we're talking about in a home. Why it's ideal to have a 2-parent home, mother, like, cool. But if not, there are different scenarios, even in the co-parenting scenarios, right? Or in co-parenting could, and it's variables in that. So it could be the mother and there's a godfather, mother and there's a grandfather, mother and there's an uncle. I don't know. Same, the father and the aunt, father and a grandmother, father and a godmother, father and a, right? If it's not the other parent. Hi, Kiva da diva. I love you, boo. I miss you so much. Like, it's we got to, y'all. We need the wisdom that comes from God. It can't just be us, because it's been intellect that's been moving us and has gotten us through thus far, right? So there's some very smart people in the high places, different places. We got our scientists and all that. They cooking up and making these, vaccines and this and that. That's still messing people up. You got these smart folk that's just, business savvy and this and that. We can't depend on that. We can't depend on that anymore, right? So what's your equal? Last week, I think it was last week, I was asking, what's your better look like? I hope y'all came up with an answer by now. I told y'all, I'm sure I said this already. If not, let me say it again. Only a fool rejects wise counsel. We've been operating foolishly, right? What was another thing? But yeah. Because I was going to go on like a whole nother tangent that really wasn't relevant. But counsel, wisdom, it's necessary. We need it. We have to work together. We need something from each other. My producer and I have been talking about, we've had a couple conversations about like just like being neighborly. Like not a lot of us, we as a people, as a community, have gotten away from, feeling like we need something from our neighbor. Everybody for self. And see how I know that it's somebody that just struck something right there. Like, wait a minute, you just said so many times, worry about yourself. And to say not only yourself, that's where selfishness comes in. I'm only worried about myself, that's selfishness. If I worry about self first, if I align myself, get my house in order, then can I maybe offer in the conversations when we gather, right? Virtually for now, but when we gather and we bouncing ideas off, so if it's families, friend groups, whatever, church groups, I don't know, community group, different, just different groups gathering and talking. How can I even offer anything from your home? I mean, for your home, from my home, if it's not together. And here's the thing, catch this. It does not mean that my house is perfect. So I've probably said every episode, every week have I said I'm not coming from a glass house, and something that I've said, right? But just know always, like never have I ever come from a glass house. Coming from a better house than I've been before. That's about it, right? I feel like there's blessing, there's value while we're supposed to embrace the process. There's value in that in between space of where I used to be and where I'm going, right? So just the same way that I truly feel like God is not looking for us. So when we talk about, he's coming back for a blemish free, a spotless church, right? He's coming back to snatches and that's it. The love ain't got it together. I believe, and again, I ain't God. I told y'all it's a good thing I ain't because I, killed a lot of y'all, but just smite. Ooh, Lord. But I feel like he's coming back, and as long as he sees that you are putting forth best effort, not where we were sitting in the classrooms and we knew that the principal was coming, right, or that the principal came to do evaluation of the teacher, and so we know it's the principal too. So they're also looking to see if they finna snatch any of us as the students in the classroom, so that we, acting like we're doing our work, but really we over here doodling, right? No, cut that doodling out. Just do the work. And only thing with God, though, it can't be just because you're coming for evaluation. Because, wow, we don't know the day or the hour that he's coming back. Correct? So just do it. The same way I gave y'all the example before, it was a while ago. Growing up, my parents, y'all, whatever about them. But they said, well, like if it was your night to do dishes, the one thing, side note, I don't know what it is about y'all that just put stuff in the sink and don't rinse it. Ugh, ew. That tater salad spoon, rinse it off. It's ew. Sorry. I digress, right? But they would say like, just, and this was seldom, but if for whatever reason it was so late, you stayed up so late doing homework, a project, whatever, for me that, was always the last person at the table eating because I was supposed to eat everything on my plate. That's why I'm thick. Thanks, Mom. I didn't want it. I didn't like it. It was no offense to you. I just didn't want it. Moving on. We got a ways to go, y'all. Told you we ain't even started simmering yet. Definitely started boiling. But they would say like, at least just rinse all the dishes off. No, and I get it. It was kind of like a mind thing. Everything was a mind thing anyway. But, rinse everything off. And we had to like stack it. Like the way we do dishes it's an order. Like y'all think I'm crazy. Good job. But I appreciate it because I like it. I like to stack my dishes even in the drainer a certain way, like nice and pretty. Like y'all just throw stuff in the drainer. Ugh. Anywho, I don't know. I think I might have to see my husband do dishes before we get married. Like I got to see it because I got to know what I'm working with. Because I have a great dishwasher. Refuse to use it. I only put my dishes in there to drain a little bit if I'm like on an overflow. Moving on. But I appreciate that y'all just deal with my stuff. So we had to rinse it all off or whatever, stack it nicely, neatly. When I say every dish had to be rinsed off, okay, not a nail, nothing on it. And I mean nothing. Here comes me, little old me, that had to, it was like, okay, cool, that's cool. Now, years later, I've thought like the time that I took to rinse everything, I could have just done the dishes. I could have just did it the right way and had it done and out the way. Just do it. That's it. Just do it and do it the right way. Try your best to do everything the right way. Okay? That's it. Don't always think that, I know sometimes I will be speaking to the elders, to our ancestors, to the prophets and the prophetesses and all, but you're talking to God. Like they're taking the message to and from him. Like they're the liaisons. I appreciate them. Do it the right way. So either way, you have to answer to him. If you only claim in the universe, guess who made it? He did. God did that. You're going to answer to him. So just do it the right way. Whatever it is again. Whatever it may be, do it. Do the work that is necessary, no matter who assumes the Oval Office in, I don't know, either some hours or in a day or whenever it'll take for us to find out. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Should be. I mean, come on already, but whatever. Breathe through the night and work on your stuff. Start on your 90-day plan. I ain't forget about that. The beginning of December. Start there. So the beginning on the beginning of the last month of this year that y'all dying for it to be over, plan for how it's going to end and open up. You're not ready for 2020 to be over yet. So stop saying it. You're not ready. You're not ready. Next week we're gonna talk about some finance. We have my sister on here going to just talk finance to us. We gotta have these conversations. We gotta cut that out of thinking it's the boring part of a meeting or of a this, of a that. I've said the same thing plenty of times. Like, ugh. Now look at me. Well, look at me before. Like I never learned it anywhere else. So wow. Before we get out of here, shout out to Nina. She's amazing. I told y'all she's my attorney. And she sent me the sweetest little treat. Cheryl's cookies. It's so cute. And it says you are possum. It's so adorable. I just want to show y'all. This is so cute. Enjoy this sweet treat. Look at it, y'all. I'm not gonna send me any. I am though, because she needs to have the calories more than I do. Because I don't need these. But I'm definitely gonna eat it. So moving on. I'll give her like a couple bites. But thank you, Nina. I appreciate you. As we're closing up, getting out of here, do the work. I already said it. I'm saying it again. You already know I embrace or encourage you rather to be the mix that you are. The mix you are needs you to be and do the work that's necessary, no matter who takes the office. Do it and do it now and do it the right way. Love you. See you next week.